So I wanted to create a video that discusses how scientific evidence proves that yoga is much more than trying to increase the flexibility in your hamstrings. Yoga boosts brain power, as well as rebalances you on a physical, mental and emotional level. So I'm going to spend the next few moments now discussing how yoga can change the structure of your brain, as well as how yoga can help rebalance your central nervous system. Okay, so probably one of the most epic findings I find from neuroimaging studies is that yoga can create major significant changes in your neurotransmitters in your brain after one single yoga class. These neurotransmitters are responsible for modulating depression, anxiety, stress. And these are the same transmitters that antidepressants try and target. So you can see how yoga is so beneficial for you if you are suffering from any mental illness, or if you are feeling depressed, stressed, anxious. You can see how it can benefit you even coming to one session. It also enhances the gene activity that is good for you. So things like increasing your immune system. And it downregulates gene activity that's bad for you. So decreasing or trying to eliminate any body inflammation. So body inflammation, how do we get that? What does that even mean? Well, we can get inflammation from many sources. One from food, one from how we move, the environment, toxins in the air, etc, etc. And chronic buildup of inflammation in the body, even at a very low grade, is responsible for heart disease, diabetes and depression. So even on a preventable standpoint, it's important to be reducing your inflammation. Yoga also brings balance in your nervous system. It reduces cortisol, and I'm sure you've heard of this before, and it helps, which I find most important, teach you how to switch off your sympathetic nervous system. So the nervous system that's responsible for fight or flight. Now the problem with our fight or flight system, even though it's so beneficial for us, in today's society we are constantly turning it on and we don't know how to turn it off. We are turning it on constantly because we have work emails at 10 p.m. We have, social events, things planned on the weekend, before work, after work. Even next year, what conference you're going to, what paper you need to read, whatever it is. We are constantly striving forward and wanting to know more, and because of that we are constantly pumping our bodies with cortisol. And cortisol not only promotes that split-second reaction, the reaction you do and then feel terrible for afterwards, but it also wreaks havoc on the body. In particular, it really reduces your immune system. So yoga decreases this. It helps switch off your sympathetic nervous system and decreases the cortisol. And at the same time, it switches on the parasympathetic nervous system, so your rest and digest, as well as put you in a state, so when you're in your parasympathetic nervous system, like that state, helps you feel relaxed, helps you feel calm, it helps you feel centered, it helps you feel more present. And when you're in this state, it also draws more blood directly to the organs. It helps make your body more efficient at extracting nutrients from food, so you actually become healthier. It increases your immune system. It reduces your blood pressure, your heart rate, and it helps eliminate toxins. So we don't hate the sympathetic nervous system. We want it, we need it, but what we want to do is create more of a balance, and we want to teach ourselves how to switch it on, switch it off, go to fight or flight, go to rest and digest. And that's what creates the journey on your mat in your yoga classes. Yoga increases the structure of the brain. So what do we actually mean? So first of all, it actually increases the size of the brain. So there's certain parts of the brain, particularly the cortexes, and I won't go into all of the names of them because I know it'll bore you and you'll switch off. But one of them, I wrote it down, is responsible for squashing your anxiety. So that's obvious because I've alluded to that now. One's responsible for increasing your ability to maintain your attention on a certain task. So athletes, one of the main, there's so many reasons, but this is a fantastic reason of why yoga is like an extra benefit that you would never think about in giving you on your field or on your court, is that yoga helps you focus under stressful situations. Another one that is responsible for creating a concrete sense of self. So do we ever just wake up one any day and just go, who am I? What am I doing? It really helps build that. And all of these areas in the brain, they all combine together, and obviously there's a massive list that I could talk about all, but they're the ones that really stood out to me. And I feel like it really shows how yoga is just not about stretching and bending. Yoga, if practiced over time, can really help not only increase your problem solving abilities, but also increase your self-confidence. So on that, on those lines, increases the size of the brain. It also increases the grey matter. The grey matter is mainly linked to your central nervous system, and the grey matter at the front of the brain really that I find the most fascinating, particularly the hippocampus. So researchers have found that over a 3-month study in practicing yoga, so between 1 to 3 times a week over 12 weeks, they've found an increased density in the grey matter in your hippocampus. So your hippocampus is responsible for down-regulating anxiety and stress, but also up-regulating self-compassion, self-awareness, as well as increase sharper memory and learning skills. Through yoga, you become a little bit more intelligent through yoga. It also, at the same time, reduces the grey matter in the amygdala, which is the little tiny almond shaped at the back of your head, and that's responsible again for those quick fire implicit responses. So if we reduce the grey matter in that area, there's less activity there. So what does that mean? That basically means that when we're in a high stressed situation, we can actually think about how we want to respond. We can break the habits of those quick fire responses where we feel bad about it, and we can reassess and say, no, this is stopping today. I'm not putting up with this anymore. Here's a solution. This is how we're going to move forward. And you start really aligning your life to fit with who it is you feel like you truly are. So there's just some of the benefits. I haven't took the time of actually referencing out these people verbally because I feel like people switch off. But if anyone wants to know more on any of the research studies or wants to read them themselves, please DM me and I will forward them on to you. I'd be more than happy to. I love research and I love how it provides knowledge. So yeah, I'll be Gail for that. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it interesting, please be sure to subscribe to my new channel and also click on this link below to follow me on Instagram, Laura Jones Yoga, and follow my tribe.